Good afternoon, YouTube. What's going on? It's Mesa Fail back at it with some Destiny. Time to go over what I think is the best exotic for 6'S right now since update 2.5.0.2 just hit, and a glitch where you can equip it in your primary, secondary, and heavy slot. No, I'm just kidding. That's a dumb Photoshop I made. It's the Zao Supercell. Now, I made that Photoshop last night on Twitter because it feels like that's all anyone is running in this current meta right now. They're either running the Wormwood or they're running the Trespasser and using it as their primary now because you literally... I'm using my Queen's Choice, which I have a really good role in it, but let's talk about the Zao Supercell. Now, I have a video I'll be putting up over the weekend. It's a before and after, where I pretty much go through all the main exotics, all my main weapons, auto rifles, scout rifles, hand cannons, everything, and compare them. Hands down, the Supercell, I don't know, right now it's redonkulous. And I'm comparing that to Surus Regime, I'm comparing it to Hardlight, I'm comparing it to Monte Carlo. I tried them all. Since the new update has hit, I've spent countless hours trying everything out. And by far, this is working the best for me, and a whole bunch of my friends, they're all starting to rock this thing now, or went back into the vaults to dust this thing off. This thing is so good right now in the current meta. Now, as you probably already know, most of my audience, I'm generalizing here, are average or casual like me. Average, well, I mean more average. I'm obviously not casual, but average. And if you want to jump into this meta and you're getting a little frustrated with all these sidearms, pick up the Supercell. It is just a machine gun hose. It feels like a submachine gun. It looks cool. It sounds cool. And it melts people from up close and far. You know, I'm no longer afraid to run into people up close with this thing. I'm either going up close to people with like things like Last Word, but my Clever Dragon, we'll talk about that in my video over the weekend here. But this is the type of weapon that for medium and close range, this thing's a monster. At distance, obviously, you'd rather go with a scout rifle, slow firing pulse rifle, things like that. But for 6'S right now, I am absolutely adoring this thing. So I'm going to show you how I've got mine set up and the loadout and everything and compare it to a few of the other popular auto rifles. But the way I have mine set up right now, it's got a base rate of fire of 88, the impact is only 8, and the range is 22. But I've got a whopping 93 for stability, I'm getting close to max stability, and I've got 28 rounds. That's where it turns into a bullet hose. So let's do some comparisons here. Now, the main perk here is arc projectiles have a chance, and I'm going to show you on screen right now, a chance to chain lightning when enemies are close together. That does come in handy sometimes. That's why I'm saying this is the best exotic for 6'S right now. If you have a few enemies on a control point, you can do a little damage to them. Probably not going to kill them, but it may take their shield down. Double kills also charge up some super energy and also can return ammo to your magazine. So now I run mine with max stability, and because it has persistence on it, this thing is more accurate the longer you hold down that trigger. Now it's time to cue in the disagreements, but please don't dislike the video, just let me know in the comment section. Why would you prefer Monte Carlo, Hardlight, Suros, Vision Stone Adept, Shadow Price, all those things? I tried them all out, and there's just something magical. I didn't sound so corny. It's something magical about the Supercell that it just melts people. Monte Carlo on paper, it's got better range, a little bit less stability, nicer sights, that could be argued. Hardlight, man, that just sticks to people like crazy, but I don't know. For me, Zao Supercell's it. Do yourself a favor. Go buy the Wormwood from Future War Cult. Time to drop Dead Orbit for a little bit. It pretty much has all the great perks you need. Melts people. Everyone is running into it. Pledge allegiance to Future War Cult. I'm sure you can get an even better roll. For me, I'm using Queen's Choice. I prefer it because it's got mulligan, and I tend to miss shots. And even though it's got only 15 rounds in the magazine, it can bump it up to about 20 rounds if you miss. That's how many times mulligan will proc on a sidearm. So before we end the video, let's talk a little bit about the current meta. It is pretty annoying that everyone is just running sidearms. It does feel nice to not get shot with shotguns, that's redundant, or even sniped for that matter. And when I do get sniped, it's of course by an icebreaker, but then those people are giving up their exotic slot. Now, the Clever Dragon, everyone's like, oh, it's terrible now. The thing is still pretty damn good. I did test out the high caliber rounds, though, being shot with it. Yeah, they definitely nerfed the high caliber rounds on those pulse rifles. Pretty bad. But mine with Head Seeker and Brace Frame, it still puts in some work. So right now, I'm using Zao Supercell as my main one. I'm going with Wormwood or Queen's Choice for my second. Here I am just accepting my death from that Storm Trance. No point. I'm also, Mida's still really good, using Mida. Last Word is wonderful. Hawk Moon, I'm trying to get used to, but it's got that initial accuracy, but I'm just terrible at following up with the second shots and so forth. I'd rather, you know what, I got a palindrome with Hidden Hand, Sure Shot, True Sight, it's got Rifle Barrel, and Outlaw. So I'm using that. I still have yet to get a good Ayas Luna, so just going with palindrome. What else am I using? That's pretty much it, really. Thorn, I tried it out a few times, just not really working out so well. But let me know in the comment section, guys, if you don't think Zao Supercell, well, you know what, do me a favor, before you rag on me for this, try the Supercell and set it up the way I have it, where it's max stability, see how you like it. Come back and leave me a comment. If you prefer Monte Carlo and Hardlight and some of the other auto rifles, tell me about it. Let me know in the comment section. Why do you like it? For me, not having very good luck with those, okay? With the Zao Supercell, I am having lots of good luck. So, anyway, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do me a favor. Drop a like at this video, only if you see fit. Follow me on Twitter, at Mesa Sean. Check out my stream. Usually on YouTube, and that is it. I am out of here like Vladimir.
Hey, are you still there? Hashtag made it to the end. You're gonna like the way you look. I guarantee it.
Oh, God, that kills my voice. Bye, guys.